Hi, just going to do a little bit of a warm-up exercise actually. I'm going to be sketching cubes and then looking at sort of a little detail that I can add. So just quite quick, quite rapid fire. Okay, maybe a different orientation now. So, how am I going to determine which way that's going? So let's get it going this way. Okay. And then another one. Okay. And again, another one. Okay, and let's just do one more. Okay, so just a nice little exercise in like sketching in some sort of box. Try and keep them as cube-like as I can. I'll add some sort of detail actually. Let's have a little bit of a play with form. Okay, so you can see I've just been having a little bit of a sketch play about really. Looking at sort of adding like little shapes, little chopping away sections, removing sections. Adding like elliptical, cylindrical shapes. Okay, but just really just having a bit of a play. Some of my lips, as you can see, a little bit out, but they're not too bad. Again, let's just make it quite quick. And you can see I can just make nice bold statements with the Pentel. Chop a corner off there. Okay, so there's just some quick sort of like dynamic little shapes. I'll sort of go back to my point 3 now and think about shadow. So there's going to be a shadow there. Okay, I've got my light coming from this way really, so maybe I've got my shadow on this one. Again, hatch direction. Again, here, this is an interesting one. I'm going like this. And then what's going to happen? Do I change the direction? Again, let's make it a bit bolder. Again, this one again. Light's going that way. Maybe that's happening. I mean, is it going to tuck round? Am I going to get some sort of form like this? Again, light source coming a particular way. Again, that's slightly in a sort of shallow depression there. So does that little section there want to be in shadow? I've got to try and make it look convincing in that it's sort of like a concave dish. Okay, and I'm just going to get my, again it's a pen on the table, so it's for C4. Cool grey 4, and let's just colour up some of this. Again, this is a sort of chopped off section there, didn't I? So that should have been in light there. Just didn't put my additional line in. So just leave that. Again, the final one. Taking a little bit less time perhaps than I would normally. Okay, and then finally, let's just drop some nice shadows. So are they scattered about? I mean, you know, in this case I might sort of have them so that they're sort of being tossed in the air. And also some additional shadow that I might want to do might be where I actually, you know, sort of get my point free. Sort of put that. I've got to be a bit careful when I'm going to do this because I don't want the lines to be sort of, you know, interacting with some of the surface detail. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Has that added anything? Probably in that case not so much so. Okay, but there are other things I can do, which is like secondary shadows. So this one here, for instance, you know, actually having this sort of bring it down so it's got a little bit more shadow, sort of giving you a sort of darker tone. In terms of like adding them, putting a shadow in, a little tricky this one, so don't want to anchor them on the floor. This one here, for instance, I'm sort of looking at it and thinking, you know, it's got a section, and then again, you know, there's some sort of thing going on. Is it particularly necessary in this case? I don't know, it's more just like a little exercise, to be fair. Okay, so just like a little play really with looking at cubes, trying to create cubes in different perspective arrangements, trying to keep them proportionally cube, and then just adding a few little details, little shock detail lines, some cylindrical forms, obviously, details which are in shade. You can see here this sort of like split line detail here. Okay, and again, just to add a little extra one here, you can see here I've got like a little ledge. So again, you know, probably like just hatched. Okay, so just a little bit of fun.